So my dad died when I was 5, and I've spent, you know, my life wondering, what would things be like if he was still alive? What he was like. Would he be proud of me? Would he be disappointed in me? Um, because my memory is very limited. I was 5, and maybe some of that I blocked out. I don't know. But you do live with these questions that you can't answer um, when they're gone. And so it is something that is, had an effect on me, still does. I go to the cemetery just about every Father's Day, just, you know, kind of my one time to have something. Um, but it is something that weighs on you, something that you feel like at least maybe could have changed your life. Maybe things could be different. Maybe any number of things, but you don't know. And in my case, with my dad being gone, I'll never know. So I went years with that, and then became a father myself, and then you don't have an in a home father experience to lean on, to take advice from, good or bad. So it's something that you learn on your own, you know, and so I've been I'm still learning how to be a good father. And I have my goods and bads like anybody else, but not having a dad, as much as people might not realize, it does have an effect. So that's why, like, when I see kids that don't have dads around, especially dads that are alive, it has been something that has mattered to me, something that I've liked to make sure if they want to talk about it, I'm there to listen and to help. And so my daughter's friend, and really friend of all my kids, but she did not know her biological father. She never did, and she spent a long time wondering a lot of those things. Why is he not around? Is it her fault? Did she do something? Is she not good enough for him to want to be in her life? And so that's hard. That's hard to deal with. And you know, why wasn't he there when she graduated? Why isn't he there for anything? He knows she exists. Why is he not there? Is it a choice he's making? Is there some circumstances she doesn't know? And so she decided to reach out. She decided to try to get some of those answers. And she did not talk to her mother or stepfather about this beforehand because, one, she was scared they'd be mad. And two, she didn't have answers herself. So how was she supposed to explain to them what she was looking for exactly when she wasn't entirely sure herself? She needed to have this talk. She needed to meet him. And so she did. She reached out. He was happy to hear from her. They met. They had dinner. Um, she met his wife, his son. So she has another little brother, and she wants to be a part of his life. She wants to be a big sister, and so this is, to me, an example of a healthy step in the right direction. Even if this doesn't go good, she has answers. She has taken a step to figure out why he wasn't around, and maybe there are answers that can be explained, answers that she can accept, and maybe the answers are not ever going to be good enough. And that's for her to find out. That's for her journey. And I hope for the best for her. I hope she can have a good relationship. I hope that she gets all the answers she seeks. She did. Me and her talked about this numerous times. We talked about it before she decided to do it, and I think it was a good thing. I think she needed it, and she's she has since told her mom, and kind of had that conversation too. So I'm proud of her, and I hope for the best. And and saying all that, this is kind of what I want to do here. Kind of what I want to try to do with this is to try to be there, to help people. You know, being that I had experience with not having a father, I think it's something I have, some insight on how it feels, how a kid feels, how a person feels, clear into, years into adulthood, how it can make you feel not ever having a dad around. And so that doesn't just apply to that type of stuff. I have a lot of experiences with a lot of things that I feel like can be helpful. So if anybody needs anything to talk, just have a conversation, just have somebody listen, have a little bit of advice. I'm here.